And with that, we say welcome to Movie Just Because. We are going to be talking about the series, the movies that we are excited about, and the trailers that we are also looking forward to these movies when they come out. Welcome, ladies. Are you excited about Berlin?
Yes.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Really? I know that I am. Berlin was one of the characters that I enjoyed the most in Money Heist Season 1.
Yeah.
I was very, very shocked when, his character was killed off after the first season.
Yeah.
And because I really wanted to see more of him. He's got this witty,
Suave, clandestine.
He's such
I love him.
He's such a beautiful character. I really wanted to see more of him.
Yeah.
Even if the announcement, which we just saw, that very short
teaser.
the teaser, which we just saw, very short 13 minutes tease, there was, nothing. You'd think that there was nothing. You'd still know that from season 2, where his character, like you said, was killed off, there was still plenty of additions or contributions from his past life and how him and the professor came together. And you can see that it's pregnant. There's a story to tell there. And his character, like you said, is a very, very... There's a lot of unpacking to do in that character. From the teaser, I'll tell you what I noticed. That end of it, the absolute end where they show the little image of the lady, will tell you how he got broken. That is what to look forward to. There's something that made him what he is now, heartless, brutal, still very intelligent,
cold, untrustworthy.
Yeah,
like
so
he doesn't trust anyone.
I think that's what we're going to be seeing, the unpacking of Berlin in this series.
Like an onion.
Exactly,
Like
taking out the layers.
Okay, so for those that have never heard of Money Heist, let's just give a little insight.
Where have they?
Well,
Living on
it's
that
also
rock,
known
maybe.
as La Casa de Papel.
Like Casa de Papel.
This group, a band of thieves, come together to rob the biggest banks in Europe, basically. And one of the characters, Berlin, there was so much unpacking to do with Berlin's life that even in season 2, there were so many throwbacks about him. Now, they had 190 million hours of that show watched.
Yeah.
190 million hours were watched of that show.
And that show spurred on many other shows just like it.
Yes.
I still think that by a long shot, Kaleidoscope was an attempt to actually imitate what Money Heist was. I'm not sure if they absolutely got it. I'm not sure if they absolutely... Yeah, I'm not a big fan for Kaleidoscope. No matter how much hype they gave it, watch it anyhow you want, blah, 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 Kaleidoscope, this and that. Money Heist was the main show that everybody wanted to copy, and there have been very different iterations.
So something key.
There's even a Korean one, which is
there
quite
is.
rubbish, quite frankly.
Right.
Something key about this is that it is in a foreign language. It's not in English originally. And it was one of the shows that led to people around the world now looking to Europe, looking to Korea for foreign language shows. It was one of those shows that sort of opened that floodgate for foreign language programs to come to Africa, to come all over the world.
I don't think I think it's more of so it was more of an acceptance, really. Because I mean, when you have a great story like the Money Heist, it's just it's normal that people you get a lot of attention.
It was also very political. Money Heist.
Oh,
it was actually the base for plenty of movements.
It was a movement. I was
across
going
the
there.
world because oppressed people especially started to take their charge of their situation, and
it was a modern Robin Hood kind of situation.
Exactly.
So Robin Hood used to take from the rich and give to the poor. And that was the kind of mindset, even though in the end they did have their own profit in mind, but in the end, that was what the professor, who we haven't mentioned yet, wanted to achieve.
So are you hoping to see the professor in the series?
Yeah, we'll
of course, he definitely
So there's one major character that stood out for me, especially for Money Heist, because I know like it's a spin-off from it. Tatiana.
Okay.
Oh, I loved her character.
What country? What city did she?
She was the detective.
Oh, Tatiana.
She was the detective.
Sure.
And she eventually joined in the heist.
The band of thieves.
Stockholm was the one for me. The one that turned from a captive and she turned from a captive and became one of the...
My main character was Nairobi.
Nairobi, the way Nairobi died.
She died in the end. But we're looking forward to it, and it's going to be out soon. We'll be letting you guys know exactly when it's out and how you guys can see it. Of course, you know how you can see it already. But it's something to look forward to, and we're excited about it. Berlin, going to be on streaming services very, very soon. Are you excited? You should be. Let's move on now to the movie that was making raves in 2022, and I think now that it's on streaming services, everybody has more opportunity to see it. If you haven't seen it, we're talking a Nigerian movie here. Have you seen Brotherhood?
Yeah, I have.
Can we touch on the trailer just to remind us what it was like and what the hype was all about? Let's check it out. Nice.
The
Not bad.
action
Brotherhood.
movie of 2022.
What do you have to say about that? What do you want to tell?
I love the storyline, the lighting effects. It's an amazing effort, amazing effort. Although I feel like some of the roles could have been
Misplaced.
exchanged. I felt like I could see some actors in different roles. I would have exchanged, they're both my friends, I would have exchanged Osiu KJ for, what's his name?
False.
No, well,
No, who?
yeah, so I would have put Osiu KJ as
Toby Bakre.
as the
Bakre.
as the police. Yeah, that's false. Yeah,
Yeah,
false
False.
character.
That's
I
False
said
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, False.
Yeah, I would have exchanged him. Yeah,
I don't think the movie
I
would have done that
seen-
good then.
Really? I feel like Osi would
I
have been a better
I think
cop.
the star power there was actually that it was False. That was the main. That was the protagonist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Really?
If it wasn't
Yes.
False, I wouldn't be wanting to see it.
Yes.
I like
Yes,
Toby.
I
It's
think
his
he
first
was
effort as
ever-
you
yeah.
know. He did well, and their combination was grand. Even if they were twins that don't look alike and had nothing in common.
Well, there are a lot of
Olokpa
twins
and
that don't look
Odaran.
alike.
I like the exchange. I like the dialogue and I like everything. I like the action sequences and all. I like the stunts. I like the stunt. Although I liked it better when it was just you know when it was what was it an expose. I mean the
Okay.
guy who did the stunt actually did an expose on how it was
on
done
how it
was
and
done.
everything.
Yeah.
It didn't really get that impact when you saw the movie. However,
okay.
I do think that they missed one small mark. It doesn't spoil the movie. I still think it's the best action movie Nigeria has ever made. But it would have been better if they took time out to expend more on their effects. Because those blood splatters, for me, were just too Coyote and Roadrunner,
Really?
too Tom and Jerry.
Well, I appreciated the sequences and the realities of it, especially where the father of the bride. I can't remember his character's name now.
Deyemi?
No,
Oh, Father of the Bride. Oh,
yes. I'm thinking about
help us
how
out.
he was torn between, actually reporting his son-in-law for not mentioning that he had a convict as a brother, because that was real to me. Because if it was maybe in the abroad, you go and report to.
I mean, what did you think about? I mean, what did you think about Basket Mouth's character?
Okay, I think kudos to everyone first off
Yeah.
in the movie. I think everyone brought their A game. Everyone tried. You could see the effort even
Yeah.
from the trailer.
Yeah.
The effects. The effects look well in terms of props. In terms of props, you need to give it to them.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
no,
fantastic.
can't take that away.
In terms of props,
Can't take that
fantastic. Cinematography,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Casting, I think, so yes, I see that she was trying to put in a lot of faces that she could leverage off their brand, to promote the movie, which was a good thing for the movie, right? If you say it was the best action movie to come out of the Nollywood industry, you could be right, because, I mean...
Oh,
there
Mr.
was a lot
Shakes,
of
can you
work that
remind me
went
what that
into it.
Nigerian movie from the 90s or 80s was with
Oh, goodness me.
the girls,
With
the girls in the
Hank
bank?
Which
No,
one?
the girls in the
Okay,
bank.
okay, set up.
Is this set up?
Yes, it's
I don't
set up.
know.
The girls in the bank.
Set up. It was,
It's the
yes,
best Nigerian movie
set
since
up.
that.
I actually don't know
With
that.
Regina Askia.
Oh, Nigerian. Oh, I thought you
Nigerian.
meant Hollywood. No.
Regina Askia was in it, a couple other ladies. It was very
I guess it was
Bob
more
Marley
of
was in
a
it.
copy platform.
No, it wasn't copy. It was way before that. It was real.
Way before.
Oh, Mr. Francis, what was
Something
that movie
else.
called?
Something else.
Setup. It was also called Setup. I guess.
Oh, it was
yeah,
called
also
Setup.
called
Something
Okay.
else I noted was that the sets, some of the sets were specially built, like the mechanic.
As it should be.
The mechanic garage
Yeah.
it looked like it was built and put together, especially for the movie. It wasn't something that they just came across. It wasn't a source location. So I
One
like
person
the effort.
we always,
Yeah.
real quick before we leave
Yeah.
for this movie, one person we always underlook is Zubi Michaels.
Oh, no,
hi.
no. I didn't underlook that.
He might not be the main character, but he always manages to bring it in. And if you take him out of that,
Yeah.
if you take him out of that movie, it collapses. Zubi Michaels is
And
one
to
of
be
the best
honest, I
actors.
think that there's
ever
no
imagine.
better time for him to break into the English movie, like English, the Nollywood movie, the English-speaking part of Nollywood, because
Yeah.
he's known to be the, in
Igbo,
the 51 Iweka Road movies,
Narf.
but now he's, in the
he's shifted,
mainstream.
yeah.
We appreciate his
Yeah.
character every
Congratulations
single time.
to
Great
everybody
effort.
who
Great
put that together. Now, let's check out our third movie for today. It's an American movie, and it's out on streaming services as well. Have you seen You People?
People.
It stars
Eddie
Jonah
Murphy.
Hill, Eddie Murphy, and a couple other people that you
Lauren
see.
London.
But these are the two-star powers that they have inside of the movie. What did you guys think, if you guys have seen it? You've seen it, haven't you?
So there's just something about having Eddie Murphy in any movie that has already pushed it far in front of everything else I'm going to say. And it adds, what's the word? A sort of prestige to anything. So this is comedy, but very modern. The way they opened the show was like a podcast format, and podcasting all over the world is becoming really, really impactful. So I'm yet to complete it, but from what I can see...
Is it because it's difficult to complete?
I see what they were trying to do with it, to be honest.
You have a point.
Focus on the lesson.
Yeah.
Focus on the lesson. They were trying to push. They were trying to push. They were trying to push a story. They're trying to push a message, which we got. They were trying to, close that gap between the Jewish community and the Black community.
The Muslim community.
That yes, sorry.
The Muslim community, the Jewish community,
and the Black community. So that's what they were trying to do. So let's focus on that, letting people know that regardless of your biases, we can all still live together as one. Because this is a clear story of a Jewish white boy and a Black Muslim girl.
So I understand that, and I agree with you. But for us who are not Jews, we don't see that. We want a good time. We want comedy. We want Eddie Murphy. We didn't really get that. And did you know that the kiss at the wedding between Jonah Hill and his bride was actually CGI?
Wow.
That means the entire movie was kind of like forced. It wasn't real. Wasn't real for me. I'm sorry.
It's one of those movies that is an acquired taste, but we are not. We are going to be here for quite a bit.
I enjoyed the movie.
Yes. Emma was the last word. I didn't like it.
Get out.
All right, we'll be back. Stay tuned.